Hello, beautifuls of the feed. It's me, Benji. Welcome back to another video today. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and if you woke up just like me, I hope you have a beautiful day. So I'm going to be doing general reading today. It's probably just going to be about soul connection or twin flame or something like that. I feel like I got a feeling like that today. Also, random, woke up this morning and there's a big fire like over there somewhere, like that direction. And that's just really interesting. I said stay inside because it's dangerous. Okay, so the first card out is a vessels. Interesting. Okay, so 3 vessels came out. General energy for today. And we have the Queen of Cups. All right. So 3 vessels. Just need to grab my trusty piece of paper. This one here is giving community, celebration, and emotional fulfillment. It denotes time for celebration. So that's kind of interesting. And we have... It's also representing the withdrawal from the familiar and a necessary step in the pursuit of deeper knowledge, deeper self-knowledge. So that's very interesting. So I'll just say that, and I'll look at it and I'll read it. I kind of get that this is in a cave. So, like, this is very much like inside like a cave, and there's a tree growing in it, and it's like fruiting and blossoming inside of a cave. So I think I do get that. I'll show you it. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. And we have the Queen of Cups. So Queen of Cups is really just, giving the sense of like compassion, calm, being very comfortable. So there is this like sense of longing for like deep self-knowledge and obviously very compassionate, calm towards that. Let's carry on with this reading and just see where we go. I find it very interesting. These vessels are just like kind of mind-boggling a little bit. But I actually think they're really, really cool. Let me know if you like them. We have the High Priestess. So this is giving divine truth, clarity. Like something has happened, has come to light. So I feel like there's a sense of, spiritual connectedness here as well. So yeah, it's like very much like your inner voice. So I feel like that's kind of interesting. Like everything, I find everything interesting. Oh no. I'm bugging myself by saying, oh, that's interesting. I do it all the time. We have the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is kind of, oh, hello. Knight of Swords. Okay, Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is really giving a sense of like action, adventure, being fearless towards something. So this looks like you're just like heading into it. I feel like in the sense of being connected to soul connection, I feel like you're just ready for action. You're ready to go into it. Justice has come up, and justice is really giving, like a sense of being clear, being very truthful, and like I feel like something has happened and it brings on an effect. So like cause and effect. Yeah. So the High Priestess is really bringing something to light, and there's action and adventure. And then the Justice card is really just kind of solidifying that. We have the Knight of Wands, which is also giving like someone coming in and energy. They're coming very kind of quickly, and they're going to be fearless. There's a lot of fearlessness going on in this reading. And then we have the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups seems to be this energy coming in, offering you something, and I feel like you're kind of like, seems interesting. Whatever this is about. We have the Nine of Swords. So this one's giving me like trouble sleeping, or like, a lot of thoughts, like draining, like like not being able to sleep, so you feel tired, like almost like being mentally tired. That's kind of what I get from that one. But yeah, like this is super interesting. No, they didn't want to come out. That wanted to come out. We have the King of Swords and we have the Four of Pentacles. The King of Swords here is kind of like giving me just like a sense of truth, like discipline and truth, and just also like being very in your head over your heart, and very like strong in a sense. I would love to know what this inner truth, I feel like it's an inner truth. Um, just that first card's so interesting to have come out, like just one of them. I'm going to have a look at this again real quick. Three of Vessels, right? Represents the withdrawal from the familiar and a necessary step into the pursuit of deeper self-knowledge. So it's very interesting here. This is giving me a sense that this person or you are looking into the self with deep knowledge, but like what I'm really getting from this, if it's a feeling, that this person that's coming in has a sense of, deeper self-knowledge. They've seen truth and they're going to come in. Very interestingly enough, I feel like you're going to find it difficult to want them to come in with this reading. With the Four of Cups there, like difficult decisions. Disconnected, like you don't feel good from the disconnection. There's a security one here, which is the Four of Pentacles, so like being secure and stable. Trying to like conserve the stability. So rest, and then we have the Knight of Cups. Romantic, okay. Okay, so with rest and like rejuvenation and stuff and being able to sit on things, I feel like the romance comes back into it with the Knight of Cups. Very much so. Starting to follow the heart, be more ideal. I feel like with this situation, I feel like there's going to be those feelings because I think that disconnect has been there. So the feelings of disconnect are going to lift, and with a little bit of, the Four of Swords, whether that's by yourself or with this person, it's very romantic feeling here. And then we have the Seven of Cups, which is daydreaming about the future. So it seems like there is going to be a reconnection here, a very quick one. There's going to be some contemplation in it, but I do think it's going to go ahead with this reading. Let's just grab one more card from here, and then we'll do some clarification with this one, because I think it needs it. All right. The Queen of Swords. Very much so. Okay. Queen of Swords is really just giving me clear-mindedness, like something very complex, like being very complex and clear about things. So we have the Three of Cups, and we have the Page of Wands. So the Three of Cups is really giving me a sense of friendship and community and just happiness and celebration. So it really just seems that there could be some celebration with like a third party situation, or it could just be a group of people. And then we have the Page of Wands. And that one is really just giving me exploration and excitement and freedom. So this does seem like there could be some sort of like third party situation that's consensual. I'm just going to go there. Anyway, let's move on to some clarification because that's what I'm feeling and I'm getting all giggly about it because it's really kind of funny. It's not funny. It is though. Okay, can we please clarify the three of vessels from this reading and just go in line with like the Knight of Swords, the Three of Vessels, and the Knight of Cups and the Three of Cups. They're kind of the things that I want to be like kind of clarifying right now. So we have the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands really gives that sense of self-development, you know, like like being fearless, adventure, action. And like with the picture, it's very much like an adventure, but I really get like this is like a development phase, because when you go on journeys, you kind of like become a different person by development and like the things that happen and experiences and stuff. So that's kind of what I'm getting from that card. All right, so now we want to King of Swords. This one is definitely giving head over heart, discipline and truth. So what I'm getting straight away from that is really just the sense of like this connection that's coming in and you're very romantic with. It's been in their own head. They've been in this place, but I feel like they've become very clear and they're very head over heart, but it doesn't mean that they're not like making heartfelt decisions. That's kind of what I'm getting, is that they've been very reflective on their situation or how they've been towards you. And I really do think that this is giving a sense of like they have found out so much about themselves recently and they've seen the truth, and there's so much truth coming out here, and they're just like ready to take action, you know, like they're ready to take action, move forward, you know, be the best that they can be, and just really be like romantic as well. Like there's that, and I feel like there's a lot of trust here. It's really interesting. King of Swords, eh? It's very much giving like discipline, right? Like being very disciplined. We have the Magician. This has been manifested. I think this is a soul connection tarot. I don't think this is. I'm not going to say twin flame. I'm just going to say soul connection today. I think this is a really beautiful soul connection that is developed and been worked on immensely in the spiritual and physical. The Magician here is really just going to show that, you know, this person, you're both very much manifesting this. The Magician. I love the Magician card so much. There were so many cards that just fell out then. So yeah, like the Magician is really giving like adaptation and willpower as well. You know, being like very adaptive, willing. I gotta get on the ground. Sheesh. They went under the table. Oh, my floor is a basketball court too. We have the Nine of Swords. Oh, the Lovers. Cute. Ace of Chalices. Knight of Swords. They're totally coming in super quick. And they're going to be so playful with the full energy. Okay. So we have the Nine of Swords. And that's like you looking out your window, waiting for your knight in shining armor to arrive. I kind of get that from that. But it's like very cold. It's been like you're in the... Not in the cold, but, you know, it's been cold. Like, it's just it's being disconnected. The Lovers card here is really showing unity and connection, divine unity and connection, true love. Ace of Chalices is showing this sense of newfound beginnings, you know, creation, willpower, inspiration, manifestation. You know, like I really feel like this has been manifested on both sides, and it's very much wanted on both sides. This internal, not self-discovery of knowledge is really important for this reading. I think that if I didn't put the vessels in, I don't think I'd be able to do these kind of readings. So I want to say thank you so much, Terra Volatile, and the person that made it. I'd need to look up online again to see who made it. But yeah, that's like my favorite deck ever, and I need to get some more. They have like a whole expansion set. Anyway, the Knight of Swords is really showing that they have been doing the work and they have gotten over the things, like, you know, they have put in the work and they have like developed and, you know, discovered themselves so much, and they're just like, you know, rising like a phoenix, and they're so on their way, you know, like they're gonna come in like a blazing hawk. Swoop. It's kind of what I'm getting, like, because that's kind of what's on there. And then the Fool card is very much this feeling of like, you know, new beginnings, wonder, awe. You know, you're gonna just like smile. It makes me smile. Like, I love this feeling. I think everyone loves this feeling. So if you're resonating today, please leave a like, subscribe. If you're new, comment down below, and also get a personal reading before January the 1st. And they are half price currently on my website. There is 2 different readings you get from 3 questions, or just like the YouTube style reading like this. And it just comes out and your spirit guides, you know, guide it. Let's move on to more cards. Anyways, I am really kind of in awe of this reading. I think this is really beautiful on so many levels. Thank you, vessels. That one vessel that came out. What? Okay. I think I've figured out what I want to do, and that is Hidden Heart Secrets. These Heart's Hidden Secrets, they've like been so helpful lately, and I think these ones are the ones that I was most skeptical about when I first got them, but now I think they're amazing when it comes to these kind of readings. So what I want to do is I want to just find out like the hidden heart secrets from both sides, and let's just get going. Let's do their side first. Distance, separation, space, and blockage. Okay, and then we'll do a card for you, and we'll just take turns like that, and we'll go you, them, them, you, them, you, them, you. You are chasing. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So you are chasing. You're the chaser. I feel like that becomes a little bit toxic, because toxicity is on there, but pursuit and resilience of chasing can become very toxic. It does seem like this here shows a lot to do with maybe why the disconnect happened, and why it happens. So theirs is memories, reminiscing, dwelling, and bittersweet. They miss you like crazy. You. Emotional storm, turmoil, unstable, and affected. This actually upsets you a lot. I can understand that. Disconnecting is hard. Theirs is the one that kind of flipped over and went in my face, and that's soulmates. They have deep love, unity, and connection. They do think that this is there. I think that ultimately the disconnects happen in these kind of connections so that you can learn, and you can kind of like not be controlled, but in the same time do self-development, you know, being alone or being in disconnect. When there hasn't been really anything that's gone wrong, I guess it just feels disconnected. It kind of just is a sense of learning. You know, the universe is giving you that time to develop and really do this 3 of vessels thing. You know, like basically there's a pursuit of deeper self-knowledge. I really do believe that. So they're kind of like giving you this space, and I feel like the universe does that, and then it comes back together once you like learn the lesson, and then it's so interesting. I feel like it happens over and over. But I feel like there is deep love, unity, and connection. They really see this and feel this in you. You are distracted. You have sidetracked, change, and delay. I don't really know what that would be, but I feel like being distracted by something. I really just don't know what it is that you're distracted by. I can't feel that. It's just distraction, you know? Maybe I'm thinking, like, well, not thinking, I was just like trying to get something, and I was thinking that maybe it could be being distracted by media, like social medias. Them, loyalty, trusting, reliability, and believing. So they believe and trust you, believe in you. They want to be reliable for you. They want you to trust them. They want you to think that they're reliable, and they want to be loyal to you. And I feel like they know that you're super loyal to them. And it's one of those things that I'm getting that they're working on, is that they must have some sort of deep-seated issue with being able to trust people and also being reliable themselves. That's kind of what I'm getting. You'll go one day, someday, somewhere, another time. So this is giving you the sense of like maybe you're over it, right? Maybe you're sick of it, sick of the feelings. And that's what I'm getting from this, is that like the offer is there, and you like contemplation in the tarot cards, and then there's like not being able to sleep and being head over heart and like just wanting to keep your security, like conserve your security. Yeah, so interesting. Let's do one more each. Them, bluff, pretending, mask, and exaggeration. So whatever they're doing right now, so in their disconnect, if they're just ignoring you and stuff, that's not really probably what they want to be doing. I feel like they're doing it, and they have their they're having their, what is it? Exploration into and they're taking a necessary step for a pure pursuit of deeper knowledge as well, like deeper self-knowledge. I feel like they probably don't express that as much. I don't know how to really say what I need to say right now. They don't really know how to show it on the outside. Maybe they just need the time. Maybe they needed to pull back so that they could do this for themselves, and they just couldn't tell you that's what they were doing. So, that's why there's a mask. So it may seem like they're perfectly fine and happy and like everything's honky dory, but in reality, they actually feel all these things, and they are just wanting to work on themselves deeply so that they can come back and just like be a better version of what they were, because they know that they had to do that. Your card that came out last was ghosting, disappearing, and invisible, running. And I really feel like this is the feeling that you're getting from them, is that this is what they're doing. They're just doing this, which it probably is a sense of this, but behind all of it, it's just trauma, it's fear, and like a lack of like holding yourself accountable so that you can't, like, with the communication thing. So communication is key, but like that's so difficult through my life. It's so hard to talk to a lot of people, and like it's an art form at this point. So I do get there is a sense of maybe disconnect, and I feel like on your side, maybe there is a little bit of heightened emotions and heightened feelings, and maybe like these thoughts and rushing thoughts and things. I'm getting a lot of movement in this reading, and a lot of rushing, and a lot of like fast movement, whether it's in your mind or in the physical. I do think that if you just try to disconnect, and I don't, like, I'd say it right. I'm like, try disconnect. How do you try disconnect? How did I do it? How do I do it? I might sound crazy, but when I try to disconnect from something that's going to upset me, or be more compassionate towards people's situations, because maybe they like actually aren't doing something wrong, and maybe they are struggling, maybe they find it hard to say something to you. So I think meeting stuff with mindfulness and practicing meditation and doing the things that really bring you closer to the universe, I think the other things that can help you disconnect from these situations, because I think this whole chasing thing here is really like being resilient from it. Like, you're going to keep chasing until you get what you want. But I feel like the law of the universe says that's not how it works. So stop chasing, and then this person will stop running. Do you know what I mean? You chase, they'll run. If you stop chasing, they'll come to you. And it's not necessarily that they will chase you, but it's like an equal give and pull, and it becomes like a natural ebb and flow where things become very harmonious. Okay. Alrighty. I was having a moment to just like process. Daily affirmation time. Okay, we got one. It is the world. I deserve my success and I am proud of all that I've accomplished. And you should be. Honestly, I think everybody should claim this one. You don't have to type it in the comments, but type it in the comments if you want to like double manifest that into the whole entire world for everybody that deserves their success and they are proud of all that they've accomplished. Okay. Oh, I know exactly what I want to do today. We're going to do fairies today. And while I shuffle these and get some cards out, I will just mention that I have purchased some golden tarot cards. I'm so looking forward to it. And some oracle decks. I'm getting like some smaller ones like this. Like this one. And one of them is like a twin flame ascension one, which I think would be really cool for these readings. And the other one was, why can't I remember? Anyway, I'm getting some new ones. So like maybe in a couple of weeks, I'll have some new cards on the channel, some new oracle cards. I think the oracle cards are like the ones that I kind of like really want to add to. Tarot cards are like kind of all the same anyway. Besides from the Tarot Volatile and the Silver Witchcraft, they all have like different meanings. Like there is a whole book for the Silver Witchcraft one. But I use the Silver Witchcraft for intuitive readings, so I just go with the flow with those ones. Okay, our cards from the fairies are Shine from Within. They're all very read and deeper read. Looks are only skin deep. True beauty shines from within, and it's time for you to shine. It's time for self-acceptance and revealing your true beauty. I think that goes with the Three of Vessels. Like that self-development thing. Hope. Hope is always there even if we can't see it. Optimistic expectations can change a negative situation into a positive one. So this is giving me the feelings of like people have gone the opposite way on this kind of vibe. A lot of people won't expect anything. A lot of people won't have an optimistic expectation. They'll just be like, oh, this, that. But I think it does make sense because people provide you with that situation so that you believe those things. So hope is something that if you always have it, even when something doesn't happen, you can just carry on and move forward and it doesn't affect you that way. You're like, oh, well, hopefully next time I'll see him and then just move on with your day. I know that sounds crazy, right? In this modern world, 2024, but I really feel like that's just the way to do it. Like being hopeful. I lost hope for a long time and my life was like hell. And then when my hope came back and my life became better, more hopeful. Okay, precious time. The fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste other times either. All right, so we have this one, which is very much beautiful. It makes me want to speed up this reading a bit quicker and like do like a not as long one today. Motivation. When the spring approaches, the flower fairies urge you to spring into action. If there's something you've been merely thinking about doing, they say get busy and do it. So I really feel like that one's kind of interesting. This is very representative of my hemisphere in the world. So if they say spring, just take it as the opposite if you're in the northern hemisphere. Protect your dreams. You are the guardian of your precious dreams and they are safe in your care. Keep them close to your heart until you're ready to release them. This is a green card. All right. random selection today of these, but I do get them. I really find that this one here is about self-reflection, and it's definitely about a connection, like soul connection, and it's a very beautiful one, and there's lots of work being done, and I feel like one side's kind of frustrated and kind of almost over it, but one side's like, but I have a soulmate. Like, I need to do this for you because I love you so deeply. And the other person here, you, the viewer, essentially, because this is what it's for, is essentially wanting to run away, or like, wanting, you want change. You want something to happen, right? I feel like it's not that you want to go away. I think that's why you're still here. So you want something to happen, or you will kind of drift even further away. I think I said it better then. All right, let's go into an Amazonian card today. And just get one of those and do the reading, and then that will be us. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What am I doing? If you like music and you don't mind people like me singing, then definitely go check out the song that I uploaded like last night randomly at like 9 p.m. If you want, it's a random song and it's kind of spiritual. It's about the space a billion years ago. It's about being a star a billion years ago and looking at like everything kind of happening like just after what you would call the Big Bang. So I don't know, scientific, spiritual. It's kind of interesting. And I was just bored the other day and I made it. So go check that out if you want. You don't have to. We have Quinan Pichak, guardian angel of the earth. Beautiful. This is number 30. Gravity explains the motions of the planets, but it cannot explain who sets the planets in motion. Isaac Newton. I wonder if my song's got anything to do with this one today. It's like self-discovery. I was trying to take this perspective of like something else from a long time ago when I wrote that song. So I don't know, self-discovery. I do think that I was connected to something a long time ago. So maybe, right? Maybe I was a giant star once upon a time. That'd be so cool. You know what? I'm okay with it. Okay, in this card, you see Quinan Pichak, the celestial guardian of the earth. She is the order of cherubim. Cherubim. The second highest order of the heavenly hierarchy. She is encircled by avatar angels who assist her in maintaining the transcendent nature of the gravitational forces that control the rotational, orbital, and swaying movements of the earth. Since antiquity, indigenous peoples and ancient civilizations saw natural forces as having a spiritual or godlike personification. These divine forces hold the earth within an electromagnetic field that manifests as a gravitational force. This field keeps the oceans and the seas from overflowing as the earth spins on its axis. This immense mass of water rotating with the earth would affect the planet's spin of momentum if the angelic powers did not regulate and conserve this force. In this card, you see the avatar angels. Oh, I do. In this card, you see the avatar angels in the celestial realms holding the gravitational forces precisely, and thereby safeguarding the planetary biosphere. No one can say this all happens by chance or accident, or the result of the divine plan. The ocean currents circulate in long cycles due to varying salinity and temperature. This is like literally split up into two things. Anyway, varying salinity and temperature. They maintain the global climate system, enabling the rain to fall on the rainforest and flow back to the oceans through the rivers. Avatar angels watch over the opposing centrifugal and centripetal forces that result in Earth's orbital movement and prevent it from spinning out of control. Whoa. On the night of November 10, 1619, the French philosopher René Descartes, then a mercenary soldier, had a dream during the siege of Ulm in Germany. In the 30 Years' War, in this dream, as he described in his journal, a giant winged being appeared and said, "The conquest of nature is to be achieved through measure and number." This message led him to develop the rationalist philosophy known as Cartesian dualism, the concept that body and mind are separate, and that human beings and all natural phenomena are merely physical entities. In this worldview, consciousness or spirit is an irrelevant, superfluous concept. This dualistic perspective has taken a hold of our Western thinking. Pomegranate and cranberry juice from Ocean Spray, so good. Spirit and consciousness are not present in the natural world. Compare this to the indigenous people's view and the view of our ancestors who perceived a world where everything is alive and everything has a spirit. It does not take a great leap of the imagination to see where this dualistic worldview has taken us concerning the ecological and climate imbalance of our home, the Earth. One can read the NASA and National Geographic websites and literature endeavoring to explain why there is life on Earth. The scientific consensus is basically that Earth has several explicit attributes that make it possible for life as we know it to exist. This is known as the Goldilocks principle. The principle is based on the fairy tale in which Goldilocks tries out the 3 bowls of porridge. One is too hot, one is too cold, and the other is just right. However, even after thoroughly studying the literature, it's difficult not to go away with the conclusion that life here on this planet is a true and absolute miracle. Quentin Piaget tells us that ultimately the fundamental conditions for life on this planet have been created by consciousness that is well beyond human comprehension, namely the divine mind. Whoa. The meaning of this card. If you've drawn this card, Quentin Piaget shows you have embarked on the great adventure of unlearning. We absorb Weltanschauung from a young age, a particular worldview that becomes the underlying cognitive paradigm. So I really feel like this card is lining up quite a lot. I feel like the 3 of Vessels is very prominent today in today's reading. This one right here. And honestly, I'm so in awe. The fundamental conditions for life on this planet have been created by a consciousness that is well beyond human comprehension, the divine mind. The great adventure of unlearning, the worldview we have absorbed, is a lifelong endeavor, but a hugely rewarding one. You are on a magnificent journey and moving through layers of consciousness, a constant expanding of your horizon. You experience life as an adventure and a miracle, which indeed it is. So I really am getting this conscious feeling that this is really a beautiful reading for you and for whoever is resonating. This really does represent the withdrawal from the familiar, a necessary step pursuit of deeper self-knowledge. This whole reading is based on changes and going into something else, like unlearning behaviors and going into new ones that are just like so much better. So I think with that, this reading's been like probably maybe the most deep, most beautiful, emotionally depthy reading that I've ever done, and I'm impressed. So as much as I'm impressed, I hope you are, and definitely I'll see you next time in the next video. Like, subscribe, comment, all that great stuff, and I'll see you next time. All right, bye-bye. Take care.